My name is Eric Worre, and this week I want to talk about something a little bit different. A lot of times we talk about the recruiting aspect of our business. I love the recruiting aspect of network marketing because it's what provides the true leverage. But this week we're not going to talk about that. I love that. I think it's fantastic. I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. But this week I want to talk about what drives the whole machine. And that's a concept called raving fans. All of us, as you're building your network marketing business, one of the most important things to do is to create a culture of raving fans about your product or service. People are so passionate about your product or service that they're sharing it with the entire world. Raving fans. People who are just they're about to burst. They want to tell somebody so badly about the product or service and what it's done and the value it's brought to their lives and the benefits somebody could enjoy if they take advantage of it. So how do you create raving fans? There's a number of things that you can do in order to be able to create raving fans within your organization. Number one is your personal passion. If you're passionate about it, if you're the number one raving fan in your group, that's going to be contagious. Other people are going to start talking about it. If you're one of the leaders that just says, oh, the product doesn't really matter, it's all about the opportunity, right? That kind of takes away from a person. You make a person in the organization feel bad for being a raving fan. Like maybe they're missing out. Maybe they're thinking too small. So some of the biggest earners I know in network marketing, they're the chief raving fan of their group when it comes to their product or service. So it doesn't mean the opportunity is not important. It's not exciting. It's not amazing. What it means is without product sales, nothing happens. So number one, be the chief raving fan of your organization. Number two, create your product story, your own product or service story. As part of being a raving fan, tell your story to the world. What does that mean? That means you need to use the products whenever appropriate. You need to use them publicly whenever you can so you can brag about it. If you're the raving fan about it, you want to brag about it, right? You need to be that champion leading by example. So when you start telling your product or service story and other people in the organization see that, they're going to start telling their product or service story. So start creating a culture where everybody's sharing stories. Now make sure the stories are within the compliance of your company. Sometimes we get a little excited as distributors in network marketing and we overstate what we can kind of legally say about products or services because maybe that happened with us, but it's not necessarily a representation of what will happen with every single person. So make sure you're within compliance of your company, but tell your story within those boundaries. Tell your story and have other people tell the story. So one, become the chief raving fan. Number two, create a culture of people telling stories about your product or service. Number three is training. The more people know about your product or service, the more they know the benefits, the more they know the background, the results that are created, whatever. The more they know about the products or services and how they're delivered, and how they're created, the background behind them, in the studies and the whatever, the people behind the products. The more they know about it, the more passionate they're going to get. The organizations that have the most raving fans, guess what they have? They have training on the product or service all the time. They have information all the time. They're also talking about the opportunity, but they also are training people, educating people. When people become educated, they feel like they have some information that will help them become a better ambassador for that product or service. They want to go tell somebody about that clinical study. They want to go tell somebody about the people who are behind the product or the credentials of what, how this product or service was created. Okay? So one, become the chief raving fan. Two, build a culture of storytelling within your organization. Three, training. Make sure that your organization is being trained on the value of the product or service in your company, in your organization. If those three things are in place, and if you are focused on creating a foundation of raving fans, then guess what? You'll have raving fans in your organization. Now, what's the value of raving fans? Retention. People stay in the business longer. People stay as customers longer. People expand their customer base, and they have many, many customers for every distributor that they have. Yeah, it builds stability. It builds thickness. It builds residual income that is not just based on opportunity, but is based on the person becoming a real raving fan of the product. And I know that's a result that you want to have in your business. So I hope that you'll join me in creating a culture all over network marketing, all over the world, of raving fans, because that's going to help all of us get the result that we really want in our business. And it's also going to help us spread the word about important and valuable products and services that people really need in their lives.